Hello again, friends and fans. Raptor here. Welcome back. We're continuing our invasion of France here as we get a better foothold from the Ardennes, just breaking through the forest and securing one of the side villages here from the British Expeditionary Armored Force. I guess there was one little armored car there, but speaking of armor, we've got our tank ready to go and should get it in defensive position, and we also have some troops here that we can bring up to push on the railway station here. Again, there's mines everywhere, so we're going to have to pretty much take the road. We could possibly also flank through the forest here up to the railroad, but it's also possible that this village is crawling with tanks, and we could get flanked. So we're going to stay to the plan and just kind of follow it, lead it in to here with tanks and armored vehicles and infantry in hand. So we should be able to kick butt in just a minute. We're gonna need to... Where'd that tank go? Boy, this thing really took a beating, but actually managed to stay alive. 40 millimeters are going to be very useful if we can capture those, but again, to those mod makers, I would urge you to always give us the option to bring in tank crews, so that way we can always capture enemy vehicles and or enemy equipment. It makes it much nicer than using riflemen and having to call in full squads. Alright, we're a little low on points. We've got 1750. I did call out a pretty high number of infantry, which is good. We're going to need it. Except for that. Didn't need that. Didn't want that guy to jump over the edge like that. And again, we'll load the tank up with riflemen. That must be pretty cramped in there to have a rifle in there like that. But anyway, we are ready to go here. We've got our Panzer I just in case we need something to be cleared out. Looks like there's a supply truck somewhere in the back. Where is that? I see an enemy vehicle on the mini-map. Let's try to zoom in on it. Am I not seeing it? Looks like it's right here under the tree. It is a supply truck. So again, in this game, supply is universal, as in SMG rounds are SMG rounds. It doesn't come down to millimeter or anything like that. If you capture an enemy supply vehicle or supply point or whatever, you can use it just as much as you could use your own. Alright, let's get across from the... Actually, well, we could repair the Brent carrier. No, we can't. Okay. We can repair that armored car. Oh, sniper. Nice. The sniper doesn't actually kill. He just wounds about half. Okay, as you can see, there's another 40 millimeter there. And mortars. Wow, just trying to add pressure. Look at that. Yeah, that 40 millimeter is just a little too much. Guy up on the thing there. We do need that Stoke to take out that 40 millimeter. We can't waste any more infantry or time on losing it to mortars and 40 millimeters like that. Alright, at least most of our troops are in cover now, and
reinforcements have arrived.
We do have a 40 millimeter here we can push up. It's kind of a shame that I'm afraid of using my armor to counter enemy positions, as it could get killed by 40 millimeter anti-aircraft guns, but you have to be cautious, of course. And that guy's going to be dead right away. Thank God he's laying down. Yeah, he wouldn't. I knew he wouldn't last long. Okay, well, our Stug is just arriving. He's going to be able to take out that 40 millimeter from a distance, and we should probably mark where that damn thing's coming from. I am assuming it's right here in that square, and so we should be able to take it down. We'll get our very own 40 millimeter. I bet they'll counterattack the railway station, so we'll have to be cautious for that. In the meantime, let's not get any closer. Let's just give them a taste of our 7.5 centimeter and fire away. Okay, target hit there. Must have been a train or something. Nope, that's actually the edge of the station. This reload time is very fast, though, for this feature. Okay, I'm hoping we hit it. Looks like there's an emplacement next to it. That might actually be it right there. I didn't shoot. Alright, we're going to move up with infantry and see what we can see. Stug will be in support. Stug, it's all good. So long as it kills the enemy. Alright, we may have decrewed it. There's a minefield in front of us, but still we're going to need eyes on the enemy. Once the 40mm is out of the way, we can advance with our infantry here. And I'm assuming we'll have a tank battle on our hands. This reminds me of a mission from the game Blitzkrieg. As I had said before, I had played that immensely, and that's what got me into Meta War. And that kind of... Oh, there's that 40mm. Okay, now we gotta take some action. That thing's just firing like at anything that moves. Look at that. It's just firing anywhere it wants. It's a sniper rifle. There we go. Firing into the trees to try to take it down. Hopefully that supply truck explosion just decrewed it. Where's our medic? He's probably dead, comically. Oh, he's in the back. Okay, perfect. Alright, we can get some of these guys back up. Luckily, we do have this option to get these guys back. I guess it does give us a pretty big advantage to be able to advance. Alright, infantry should be ready to roll then. We'll go right down the main road. Stug, by the way, does have a 75mm AP round as well. The only others are 50mm, so the Stug is our most powerful vehicle at the moment. Alright, we have MG positions everywhere. Got to cut through the damn forest just to carve out some defensive positions. There we go. Now, ammunition on this Stug is very limited, so we need to be more selective about our targets. But we took no losses there in that advance. Mortar still firing. Enemy AT there. See if we can kill them. There we go. We can buy another Stug if needed, and we can also bring up some apparently this is artillery vehicle, so we'll need the support for our tanks. And that mortar is still firing. Reinforcements are arriving from the right side, armored car, and
reinforcements have arrived.
I'm going to go ahead and try to take cover on the main railroad station and let that Stug deal with that armored car. Most of the AT should be out of the way. We'll bring up our own 40mm now. And we do have that armored car coming across, so he's going to start shooting at our troops there in just a second. Man, these guys just are getting beat up. We're just going to have to make a break for it. Alright, good. Oh, armored car down. AT gun hit it perfectly. Nice. Really fortunate that that happened. Now, I'm not sure if these points that we have in our bank is the only amount of points we're going to get. So we could actually receive some more support. Look at how accurate that mortar is. Thankfully, it's not doing too much damage. Whoa, some sort of pseudo-artillery coming in. Off-map artillery just came in on us. Insta-act mortars. This isn't war game. Look at that, again, right on top of us. Look at that, they must have 2 or 3 mortars firing at us at this moment. Or perhaps AT guns. That is a 2-pounder there. All damaged on the Stug. Again, it was from that off-map artillery, possibly. That really makes things frustrating. We're going to call up more infantry and put the pressure on with German soldiers rather than German armor.
Reinforcements have arrived.
This guy's going to go all the way around back.
Reinforcements have arrived.
And those mortars are just hitting accurate shots all day. There's the mortar there. I'd like to push down the street and capture that, but that thing is way too insta-ac. They know where we are. It's zeroed in, and they're like targeting on 2 different fronts. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, we should have more infantry to advance with now. We'll try to take them out from below here at the
Reinforcements have arrived.
Again, every time that thing fires, we are taking losses. We just gotta run through it. The AI is really dumb. Doubling back when they could go forward. The thing has no minimal range, it seems. There, that's what we needed. That was a huge help to us, and unfortunately taken another big loss to infantry. But now it's time to finish the job and clear out the house. So yeah, they had us instantly zeroed with mortars. I guess, to be fair, that is what they do in battle. Of course, the mortar crews figure out exactly what targets are in the area. I wish these guys would cook their grenades a little bit more. Nope, no. Alright, they are routing finally from the airport, from the rail yard, and we finally captured it successfully. Intelligence C reports. Report informs the enemy is going to counterattack from the south. Prepare. Okay, the south is directly this way according to our compass. So we will prepare our defense now. We've got additional troops. Oscar Grouch, also known as On the Move. Oscar Mike. Oscar award winner. Gwyneth Paltrow. Though I don't think she won anything. Alright, we're going to move some tanks up in support of this. We're also going to move up those AT guns. We have 2 minutes and 30 seconds, or well, maybe we started with 3 minutes, but it's time to move in and kick some ass. We'll have our Stug defend the rail line, and we'll have our troops spread out like crazy to make sure they don't get taken down by BS mortars or some sort of aircraft attack. We do have a medic here. We'll keep close by. Good thing here is this ledge of this station is so high that we can actually hide our tank somewhat behind this ledge. And it looks like our troops are running into a trouble up here. Damn AT gun at point blank range. What the hell? Again, AT gun being used at point blank range. Guy just easily swinging it around. Our medic is knocked out for the moment. Alright, a little better now. We do have access to the PZ-4. Gonna be a good buy there. And we do have our Blitz truck, which will park to the side until we're done with a few more operations. Infantry, of course,
reinforcements have arrived.
Always valuable. And our truck actually, I drove it down the mine road. Wow, they were just right past the signs. I had no idea. Sorry, that was only 100 points. It's about as affordable as actually more affordable than an infantry squad. That's alright. Anything else we encounter, we'll probably need to buy a new tank for anyway. That's my own blunder. No biggie. Oh, we do have a manned AT gun now from the enemy. And speaking of AT, we need to get our own AT in order. We have 2 AT guns next to each other. They're probably going to come right down this main road. So it's time we get off the streets. And it looks like they're coming from the right. No minefields there or anything, just a clear area for the enemy to advance. Looks like we've got French tanks. B1 BISs are coming in. Tank's about to go through the house there. Hello, beautiful. Alright, they're going to get very close to us. And oh, they're going to take the main road now. Their infantry seems to have trouble advancing. All destroyed on that initial tank there. It's still firing though. We've tracked some of those tanks. 40 millimeters firing away. We are tracking these tanks. It's really good. We can get in there with some infantry. If at all possible. Throw that grenade, boy. There we go, turreted. Our hull destroyed tank here. These troops really are heroes of the fatherland. They are refusing to retreat from their destroyed tank. Boy, what a shootout. It's like a damn Western. Alright, so we have a multitude of tanks. We do have a Stuka sortie we can call in. Let's go ahead and drop a bomb right there and take out these two tanks. It's money well spent, I'd say. These tanks are very difficult to defeat. And our vehicles are starting to get beat up. Alright, one good real main hit there. Man, that front armor is crazy. In this game, frontal armor should deteriorate after many front hits like that, but it's not happening. But we can do this. There's actually 3 grenades inside that tank as well for no reason. This tank's gone. TNT dropped. Go back. And we have another tank in front of us. Can call in another sortie. May as well do that. That's all of our points spent on repulsing this enemy attack. BIS tanks are very cool. No destruction on that tank. My hopes and dreams. We can switch to APCR. Let's see how effective that is. Though the range may be out of range. This tank is no longer effective. We may be able to repair it though. That was getting back in the tank. Alright, well we'll fiddle with that later. In the meantime, we have to be very cautious about advancing onto this 1 BIS. If we hit it just right, we can disable it. But that's very difficult to do, as you can see. Alright, well our 236 guns were just firing away all day, and they took out the treads of a lot of those tanks and really helped to save the day. We're out of TNT in this tank. We can probably take some from the other one. And what I want to do is see if I can sneak up on that tank there without getting caught by enemy troops. So now we're on a little bit of a secret mission. Alright, so there are some enemy troops next to the intersection. Now I wanted him to go in front of the building. Alright, where are some of our infantry? Okay, we'll push up then and... No you don't, no you don't, no you don't. Get back. The game is weird about how it's, you know, you select troops and then you reselect troops. And sometimes they think you're trying to call out the same ones. New mission objective, enemy battalion HQ is situated in a village in the southeast. There's also an artillery battery. Let's just see exactly what that had said. Counterattack failed and they're pulling back. Let's see. Capture and destroy the artillery in the area before harassing fire missions cause too much damage. Okay. And we need to mock Schnell. I believe that's a British saying. Alright, let's roll up. Oh, no you don't. Damn. That guy's only wounded, by the way. He did have a TNT thing explode in his hand. Alright, the best way to get up here is probably going to be taking the rail line, but that could be booby-trapped to hell. I'm not sure at this point, but anyway, with the counterattack withheld, alert, an enemy supply train is approaching. It brings reinforcements. Defend your position. Oh, what the hell. Alright, I'll see you guys after the hype train arrives. Bye.